Now, as you shift this average, this is kind of the continual improvement cycle. And as you are pursuing excellence, you better become real comfortable with change, right? I mean, you not only have to be comfortable with it, you have to embrace it. And you know that what got you here today is not going to take you into the future. And that is really a perilous place to be, where you act as if what got you here today is going to take you even 5 years into the future. That is increasingly true in the times that we live in. It's just not going to work. So we must embrace change if we want to continually renew ourselves on this path of excellence. So let me tell you a little bit about change. There's a real paradox to change. Some of you may have seen this before, this S-curve of change. It's often used when we talk about how technology, product life cycles change, things of that nature. But this applies to all change, whether technologies, products, your own personal technology. It applies to everything that changes. In the beginning, things start out really slow, right? You start this new product, you start this new career, you start this new whatever, and there's a very slow stage where you're just learning what's going on. And then after a while, over a period of time, if it's a good change, you start on this rapid growth curve. So things start to really take off. Things get really good, right? And you're moving up this growth curve. And then eventually, within the current way that you're doing business, you're going to reach an asymptotic limit, a limit to growth. All systems reach that limit. There's going to be a limit to what you can achieve with your current technology, your current product, your current whatever it might be. And once you reach that limit, then you're going to move into a phase of decline. Unfortunately, for most businesses, they never see it until they're here. They never see it until they begin to decline. And if you don't see it and start reacting to it until you begin to decline, you're in big trouble, right? It's over at that point, because as you're declining, this is when you would need to start a new curve. Your competitors they're creaming you. They've probably been creaming you for a while. And so what you need to do is you need to bring on your next generation product, your next generation technology, your new capability that you have personally. You need to bring that on earlier so that it is beginning to enter its growth phase as your old technology declines. Everyone getting that? So here's the paradox of change. This is what's so very difficult about this. The paradox of change is, at the very moment when we should be changing, when we should be starting something new, what's happening at that very moment? The world is telling us there's no end in sight. You are tremendous. You're excellent. And you buy the lie that you always will be excellent, because we're masters of self-deception. We love to tell ourselves stories that make us feel good but really aren't true. But you should know that this is happening. And you've got to know that the time to change is when all the signals from your environment tell you don't change. That's the time to start, so that you give yourself the luxury of time to be up that curve before your decline begins to happen. That's the discipline of the second curve. So the discipline of the second curve means we always, that's your normal operating posture, is to always assume that you're reaching the top of that curve, and that there's a sense of urgency about starting that new thing that's going to take you into the future. Because I promise you, if there's not a sense of urgency, what is there? There's complacency. There's normal. And normal is very comfortable. We love normal. Normal's not risky. Normal's comfortable. Normal's safe. Normal's secure. But normal doesn't get you to a sustainable future. Excellence does. So this is the discipline of the second curve. We've got to start changing early, even when it doesn't seem like that's what we need to be doing.